Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Coco Gauff prediction for Victoria Mboko after spotting 3 important traits. 18-year-old tennis phenom Victoria Mboko stunned world number 2 Coco Gauff en route to capturing the 2025 National Bank Open in her native Canada, after a final which left Naomi Osaka visibly emotional before a short 45-word interview. After her defeat, Gauff refused to let Mboko be compared to her. Now 21, the American knows what it's like to be the upcoming face of the sport. Back in 2023, the then 19-year-old American pushed through a loaded field to win the U.S. Open, even before Mboko took out 4-time Grand Slam champion Naomi Osaka in the final. Gauff noted 3 things about the Canadian's game that bode well and predicted a really bright future lies ahead. "Yeah, but I do see someone who is going to have a really bright future for sure," the American said after her debate. "I mean, she's very athletic. She's a great ball striker, and she seems pretty positive out there on the court. She doesn't get really too negative." The pair met in Rome in May. Gauff dropped the first set, but rallied to win 3-6, 6-2, 6-1. Mboko carried that match into her matchup against Gauff in Canada. "I was actually really thinking about it a lot during the match," the 18-year-old said. "I had flashbacks to when I played her in Rome a little bit. I just remember when she came out playing even better and stepped it up a bit better. Wanted to step my game up a little bit more and make sure I matched whatever she was producing, and I wanted to stay right there with her." Mboko entered the National Bank Open as a wild card and beat Gauff, number 23 Sophie Kenin, and number 9 Alana Rybakina, en route to the final. She's coming off a strong year, having reached the 3rd round of the French Open and the 2nd round at Wimbledon. Her tournament win vaulted her from outside the ATP top 300 and into the top 25, meaning she'll enter the 2025 U.S. Open as a seeded player. "When I won my first round, I was super happy and super content," Mboko admitted after her win. "I would have never thought that I would have made it to the final, let alone win the tournament. I have so many emotions going through my head. I can't even express it." In the world of professional tennis, greatness often recognizes greatness before the rest of the world catches on. Champions have an uncanny eye, not just for the ball or the court, but for the intangible qualities that set future stars apart. When Coco Gauff, the American tennis prodigy who captured hearts with her fearless play at just 15, was asked about rising Canadian talent Victoria Mboko, her response was more than polite praise. It was a prophecy born from experience. "I see myself in her," Gauff said in an interview after a practice session at the U.S. Open. "She's got that spark. And more than that, she's got 3 things that matter most in this game: composure, resilience, and hunger." To a casual fan, these may sound like motivational buzzwords, but to Gauff, they are a checklist of the traits that separate fleeting potential from sustained greatness. As someone who has walked the tightrope of expectation and delivered time and again, Gauff knows exactly what she's looking at and who she's predicting. Let's step into Coco's shoes and explore the 3 traits she identified in Victoria Mboko and why they might just signal the rise of the next global tennis star. 1. Composure beyond her years. Coco Gauff learned early how pressure can feel like a second opponent. At Wimbledon in 2019, she entered the global spotlight by defeating Venus Williams in the first round. The cameras, interviews, and endorsements came pouring in, but it was her composure, her ability to tune out the noise, that kept her grounded. When Gauff watched Mboko at the 2024 Junior French Open, she was struck by something familiar. She didn't flinch, Gauff said. Tiebreaker in the 3rd set, crowd roaring, and she just played her game. Mboko's face was a mask of calm. No screaming at missed shots, no angry glances at her coach, no theatrics, just steel focus. It reminded Gauff of her own silent battles, pushing through moments of internal panic while keeping a cool exterior. That emotional discipline, often missing in young players, is a foundation for greatness. Composure isn't just about handling pressure in matches. It's about handling the storm of life on tour, loneliness, injuries, media scrutiny, and the roller coaster of wins and losses. Gauff sees in Mboko the same serene center she had to cultivate quickly. It's a rare gift, and it's already blooming. 2. Resilience, not just bounce-backs, but breakthroughs. You can tell a lot about a player not by how they win, Gauff once told a reporter, but by how they lose. Mboko had a rough 2023 season, a series of early exits, a wrist injury, and whispers from critics questioning her ability to make the leap from juniors to the pro circuit. But Gauff, having experienced her own slumps and media storms, didn't see a player in decline. She saw one being forged. Mboko returned to the ITF circuit in early 2024 like a different person. Her serve was sharper, her footwork crisper, and her mental game unshakable. She didn't just bounce back. She evolved. Resilience isn't just surviving tough losses. It's using them to transform. Gauff knows how hard that is. She remembers her own heartbreaking defeat at the Australian Open, where she lost a 2-set lead. But from that loss came changes, new coaches, better conditioning, a stronger mindset. Mboko's story mirrored that journey. She learned from every match she lost. Gauff said, "That's what I watch for. Does the loss break you or build you?" And she builds. It's easy to cheer a winner, but what defines a future champion is their ability to wrest meaning from failure and shape it into fuel. Mboko, in Gauff's eyes, isn't just tough. She's transformational. 3. Hunger that doesn't sleep. Perhaps the most vital trait, the one that makes all the others matter, is hunger. Gauff's rise was fueled by it. From practicing serves under Florida sun until her hands blistered, to watching Serena tapes late into the night, hunger was her engine. And it's what she sees in Victoria Mboko, an unrelenting desire to be better. She's not just playing to be good. Gauff said, she's playing to be great. You can feel it in how she moves, how she trains, how she fights for every ball, even in practice. Gauff recounted a moment from a closed-door training camp in Miami. Mboko, exhausted after back-to-back drills, asked the coach for just one more set. Everyone else had hit the showers. Mboko stayed, chasing shots like it was the U.S. Open final. "I remember doing the same thing." Gauff said, "You're not doing it for applause. You're doing it because something inside you won't let you stop. That hunger, the kind that doesn't take shortcuts, that trains through pain, that studies losses like blueprints, can't be taught. And it's the most consistent predictor of long-term success. Talent gives you a ticket. Hunger drives the journey. A prediction with weight. Coco Gauff isn't prone to casual endorsements. Her own path has taught her to be discerning with words, knowing how much weight they carry. So when she makes a prediction like this, the tennis world pays attention. "I wouldn't be surprised if Victoria breaks into the top 50 in the next 18 months, she said confidently. And that's just the start. She's got the tools. More importantly, she's got the mentality. That's what wins slams." Coming from someone who's already been in 2 Grand Slam finals and lifted the U.S. Open trophy, that's not just hype. It's a scouting report from the top. The torch that lights another. There's something poetic about Coco Gauff recognizing a younger version of herself in Victoria Mboko. Tennis, like all great sports, is a continuum. Legends pass the torch, often without ceremony, to those who come after them. What Gauff offers Mboko isn't just praise, it's a spotlight. A subtle, powerful signal to sponsors, coaches, fans. Watch this one. But perhaps more significantly, Gauff's words serve as quiet encouragement to Mboko herself. That even in the shadows of setbacks, someone who understands the path believes in her. And belief, when it comes from a champion, is more than support, it's a spark. The next chapter. As the tennis world keeps an eye on the current greats, Swiatek, Sabalenka, Gauff, it also starts to glance toward the horizon. In that rising light, the silhouette of Victoria Mboko begins to sharpen. With composure under pressure, resilience in defeat, and hunger in every stroke, she doesn't just resemble the champions before her. She is preparing to become one. Coco Gauff has made her prediction. Now, the world waits to watch it come true.